Hey y'all, we back. Um, Good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the accountability call. If you're not familiar, we do this every Monday. We are three Black women in business trying to manage life. Some of us trying to manage love, children, and business. Okay, like so. Every week we share where we are, where we're trying to go to, and just the things that we've learned. So I decided to hit the live button because Eve. If you're following us, then you know Eve is Carmen Sandiego and Eliza Thornberry all wrapped into one. So Eve is currently in Ghana. If you're keeping track of where in the world is Eve Sandiego, she's in Ghana, and she was sharing exactly what she's doing in Ghana. Go ahead, Eve.
Hey y'all, welcome to Guana Aquaba with the coconut. Um, okay, so I'm in Ghana. That's literally the first question that was asked to me as soon as I got at the airport from Ben. Like, why are you back? I'm like, to heal, to continue making healing a lifestyle. Uh, I am about to go on uh 30 days of being vegan and detoxing and tinctures and supplements and whatnot, all with an herbal doctor and learning more about herbal medicine because that's still something that's really important to me. Um, uh, and what I kind of niched down into studying as a medical anthropologist, wanting to study more traditional medicines and the stories and the customs and the beliefs and the actual scientific knowledge that comes with herbal medicine and like keeping us healthy and together and how that builds community. So I just decided to go to a place where I can do that. And Ghana also has like a plant-based like medical center here where they conduct studies and uh publish research articles on traditional medicine. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm coming. And yeah, I found an herbal doctor who's really amazing. Starting my treatment this week. Um, and we'll be visiting a farm or multiple farms, hopefully. And so I'll be in the car for like 3 weeks, and then the last week I'll be heading out into the bush, as I call it, as we call it, as they call it. Um, just heading out to a village to basically go farm and not have my phone work and wash my butt underneath the stars because I love to do that. Yeah, all the while I am studying for a certification, doing my accountability calls, getting ready for the new year, um, and working on getting new contracts in my business and stuff. So yeah.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
The key word here is healing. Okay, healing and disconnecting. Right? Like basically, she over there on a solo trip by herself, healing and disconnecting. Okay, like,
Yeah, right.
honey, sometimes you gotta do it. Sometimes you
Mhm.
gotta do that. Okay, we as mothers, we have to do that in micro bites.
Mhm.
But when you single, sexy, and free like Eve,
Hello.
okay, you can go over there for a whole month if you want to. Okay. So, yes, I love it, honey. I'm here for it. All of it. How are you this morning, Z? Your face tells it all.
That's it. That's what I got. That's the best I got.
That's all I got.
I'm here.
Z.
I am exhausted mentally.
Mm,
I am deep in the throes of decision fatigue.
mm.
I'm so tired of making decisions, making choices. I'm just like, so everything is like a bear to do
Mhm.
the smallest things. So
Mhm.
I'm trying, child. Tried to tackle the tax that I had on the list. Man, I think about 2, 3 weeks ago, I was supposed to be doing my taxes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just so annoyed because
Girl.
no one, I hate doing taxes, even though I have an accounting degree. I always hated it.
Caveat.
Always hated tax. I was an auditor, not a tax accountant.
Mhm.
Very clear about that. And I've always paid someone else to do my taxes. And now having these multiple businesses,
Mm.
working with a new accountant is requiring more of me. And I'm just like, I don't usually do all of this. And it's more complicated now. Like, just put some numbers in. I don't care.
Right.
Like, this is too much. This is too much. So
Right.
I'm just like, I'm just hating everything today. I hate it all.
Girl.
Hate it all.
Child. Welcome to Monday.
Oh yeah. I feel like I haven't had a Monday in a long time, but I feel like it's all compounded today.
Right. To today. It's like,
Today is like about 13 Mondays all wrapped up.
all in one.
All in one.
Girl. We might have to connect you with our resident accountant, Erica. Because I feel like she'd be making it mad easy. I've been filing taxes for businesses for a while. And it'd be like, let me just send you these expenses, kind of, and here you go, girl. Work your magic, honey. Work your magic, honey. Like,
that's what I like. I like a work your magic kind of person.
Yes.
And I had a guy who worked his magic for me individually, but once I started these damn businesses, and to be clear, the businesses isn't even the issue. It's the fact that now I have to work my magic to give her the information to work the magic. And I never had to do that before. But I was trying to onboard her so that, because this is going to be the year where like all of the things have to happen from a business perspective. We were only in business for like a month of 2022 last year. So again, it's not even the business part that's the issue this year. It's the other stuff. So I'm trying to reach out to my old guy, see what information he has that's going to help me provide her with the information that she needs from me personally. But I would definitely take Erica's number and get on her calendar as well. Because so she's the accountant is also going to be the bookkeeper for the business. I'm like, you need to know all of the things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so the taxes is just the most recent thing, but it's just I'm sick of everything. So
I can imagine.
Yep.
Y'all, this entrepreneur stuff ain't a joke. Okay. Like I was somewhere I heard like you give up working 8 hours a day for somebody else to literally work around the clock for yourself. Like just because all the hours that it takes to do these things. All of the admin on top of the ghetto adult admin that you have just in your regular life. Okay.
Yep.
These are
without a team.
Without a team. Right. This is the reality. I'm actually doing very good today, interestingly enough. Last night I had a conversation with my mother about making my life more efficient. And because my mother has been a mother for 40 years, she know way more than me, honey, because I just got here, honey. I just landed on Plymouth Rock, okay? So I implemented some things last night, sunk with my husband, and honey, we was able to get our children out the door, and they was at school by 8:30. Now, keep in mind, our children don't usually arrive to school till 9:30. Like, so we done shaved the whole hour off. I'm like, my mama said, I should charge you for this. Like, so yes, I was able to get my workout in. Like this morning, it was a quick one. It was a quick. I'm just trying to get consistent. I came in here and I got onto what I call using my brain, which is really using my being creative in the morning with regard to my business. And I was able to do that. And I was just like, you know what, Inez, if you go to bed, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Go to bed, implement these efficiencies, you're going to be all right. So yes, anybody have anything that they learned last week that they want to share? I will say one thing that I learned. One thing I learned. So I have been going through my story, right? So as a coach, one of the things that is really helpful, especially me as a coach for helping moms take a getaway, is figuring out like my own journey and like what I did to be able to do to recreate my travel lifestyle. Because a lot of people feel like, oh, you was always traveling, so like it was just normal. I'm like, no, boo boo, this is a different game. Okay, like So thankfully I write everything, and I had forgot I write everything. So like all of my notes from my first coach, like in 2019, I have like a whole notebook of notes, right? So I was just kind of going through it and just kind of revisiting my story. And one of the things that stood out to me that I wrote that she told me at the time that was really transformative was, she said, beware of should, because it's attached to have to or else, right? Beware of the should because it's attached to have to or else, right? And so I was like, ooh, that really freed me back then. And I feel like it freed me right now at this point in my life, because a lot of times, especially as a mom, we have a lot of shoulds. Like what we should be doing for our kids, what we should be doing in our life, where we should be in life, where we should be financially, right? And really, it is a space where it's a requirement that we've set that's also tied to shame if we don't do it, right? So that's what it means by it's tied to I have to, or else it means X about me, right? Like, so I should, I should be spending 3 hours a day with my daughters. Isn't just I should be doing it. It's really like I should be doing that, or else I'm not really momming at the level I want to, or I'm not a good mom, or, something's going to happen to them where they're going to be traumatized when they're older, like all of these things, right? And I was just like, when I was a new mom, I had so much self-judgment that I had brought just from my own single lifestyle that had been compacted at that stage of being a mom, because there's just all of these ideas of what motherhood was supposed to look like and what I was supposed to be doing. And so I was just like, you know what? I let go of the shoulds then. I'm gonna let go of the shoulds now. Like, I'm just gonna let them go, because it's not really motivating. If anything, it is draining. And it's always tied to self-judgment, right? Like it's always tied to self-judgment. And if I can have less judgment, I can have less stress. And if I can have less stress, then I could just be more present in my life day to day. So that's what I learned as I was combing through my notebooks. It's like, we're going to let go of these shoulds of what should have happened. We're just going to stop judging ourselves. We're going to let go of that stress, and we're just going to be present in this moment. Y'all are both on mute right now.
I said, that's good.
Everything you said. Yeah, I don't know why you were talking. You started to remind me of that Brian McKnight "Shoulda, Coulda, Woulda" song. I was like, that's good. I need to go listen to that.
This song.
You don't remember that song, girl? Don't get me started about Brian McKnight.
If I hear it, I probably remember. Like,
yeah, so good.
Anybody else learn anything this week?
I will share that I saw the Beyonce Renaissance film. It was amazing. Of course, I went to the concert, which was phenomenal. I actually saw the movie twice because I'm obsessed.
What?
Yeah.
This weekend? I can't.
I had a free weekend. My kids were with my parents. So actually I took my kids to see it first. And then on my day off, Saturday night, I had a friend hit me up like, the Beyonce movie came out. I was like, yeah, like it was really good. I saw it. And they were like, you want to see it again? I was like,
I can.
I do.
I do actually.
Yeah. So it was cool. It was cool to revel in it again, up close and personal. But so there were so many things that I loved about it. So I'm trying to tap into like what would be relevant to me in this moment right now. So she talked about the only thing that's coming to mind right now is when she talked about her challenges being the thing that made her successful and being able to overcome them. So I'm hoping in this challenging space that like there's like some victory on the other side that I can tap into. But I would absolutely recommend everyone go see it. I mean, you get to see her as a mother, you get to see her as a, you know, a boss ass woman. You get to see the excellence, you get to see the intentionality. And there was so much that like resonated with me in terms of like how I see myself showing up, how I want to show up. So it was very affirming in that regard. But I will say just the idea that like every challenge that you had makes your success, and you can't have one without the other. So I'm gonna sit in this little raggedy ass challenge today.
Right.
Yeah, some success on the other side, but
Right.
we'll celebrate that when it comes. But today you get to see the ugly.
Right. The challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good too, because I have been watching a lot of videos about intuition, about law of assumption. And one of the things that this one girl said was, and I'm trying to make sure I say it correctly, she was like, we think of our imagination as not reality, right? She was like, your imagination is reality, is your reality. Mm-hmm. So she was like, you can, if you're, for instance, if you're in a car and you almost hit a car, your body will react almost like as if you hit the car, like, and it will take you some time to like come back down, right? But the reality is you never hit the car, but your imagination took you there. And she was like, when we're thinking about specifically like challenges, right? When we're thinking about the outcome being bad, our body takes that in as the reality. Like the bad outcome is the reality, right? The thought of the good outcome is like the way we think about imagination. Like that's not really real, right? So she's like, but both of them are imagination. Both of them are your imagination. The bad outcome is your imagination, and the good outcome is your imagination, right? So in the midst of the challenge, thinking about like how real the good outcome, she calls it the wish fulfilled, how real the energy of the wish fulfilled could be, right? Like if you stay in the wish fulfilled, the imaginary one that we usually think is the imagination of things working out and things happening the way they're supposed to, if you are thinking about that in the same way that you believe around the reality of the circumstance you don't want, right, then you are creating that reality. And I was just like, I've never thought of it that way, like that both of them are just your imagination. Either way, right? And I was thinking about that as you were talking about the challenge, Z, because I'm like, especially for me, when I get into the challenges, honey, the only reality is in my brain is failure. Like usually it's just like everything's gonna fall apart. That is the reality. Like I'm just trying to swim to the top and trying to get away from the failure, but you know, just when you're in the water, you just naturally are sinking. So the reality is down at the bottom. Like that is the reality. I have to like swim to get to the top. But as you were saying, I was thinking about her, thinking about like, actually, no, there also is a very real reality of me just floating at the top too, right? Like, and if I, and that takes a level of like presence, you know, it takes a level of presence. If I keep in mind, I do not know how to float at all.
Really?
That's neither here nor there. No, and it's mostly because I don't like water in my ears. Like
that tracks for you.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, so I just wanted to share that because I also learned that this week, that your imagination is your reality, just as much as you feel like the pressure of the challenge and everything falling apart is the reality, that's just as much of a reality as the other side of the thing, the wish fulfilled. Um, you're just imagining both of them.
Yeah, one thing that I did learn, last week we were talking about life paths and being an 11. We're both 11s. And it says that 11s are pessimistic, and anyone who meets me would be like, absolutely not. But we're pessimistic about ourselves.
Oh yeah, absolutely, honey.
We will encourage everyone else all the day long.
That's the truth.
But whenever we enter into something, we automatically think of the worst case scenario. And then we're trying to solution for that worst case scenario. And when the solution that we came up with, we actually feel confident in, but the challenge that presents itself is never the one that we came up with. It's
exactly. Nope, I ain't playing for that.
So now we really feel like we're failing. Right. So that feeling of drowning, feeling like the top is up there and I'm just going down, that pessimism is 100% part of my life path. And I mean, I had some things some challenges that I overcame last week. That as I was working through them, I was talking to my best friend and she was like, girl, like that is not what's going to happen. She was just like, there go that pessimism. And I was like, oh shoot, I'm doing it. So I'm you're right. I definitely think of the worst case scenario for myself and almost embody what it feels like if it actually happened. I know that I also have the ability to tap in, like when I'm in my flow, when I'm in my zone, it's that wish fulfilled, right? Like I move as if that thing is actually going to happen. I was trying to figure out, because obviously this isn't the first challenge that I've had in life. But I think this is the first time that I've been aware of the feelings, right? Because I definitely suppressed for 40 years. And now I'm in this space of like feeling the feelings and this shit feels overwhelming. Like, oh, this is what sadness feel like. I don't like this. Like, no, babe, we can push that back down. But of course, that's not healthy. So we're trying to do the healing thing. And it's just really, really tough.
Yeah. Tough. Yeah. You don't be over there cackling at the healing thing, okay?
I'm trying to make healing a lifestyle. I was just looking at mine because I'm number 5, and Life Path 5 is the title that keeps popping up all throughout the internet is the Freedom Seeker.
That is, you know who else is a Life Path number 5, Eve?
Who?
Free. My daughter.
That's free. My girl.
Yes.
That child looked like me when I was a baby. I'm telling you, that's literally the reincarnation of maybe 7 generations of me. I'm telling you, why am I not surprised? But yeah, Life Path number 5. Ooh, sweet baby Jesus. Says energetic, curious, and adaptable. Have a natural inclination to exploring and trying new things. Open-minded, love different environments. Quick thinkers, versatile, have a talent for multitasking.
Yes,
drawn to adventure, travel, and seeking new experiences. But like the thing on here is that like there are people who the biggest challenges on here, individuals finding balance between their need of freedom and their responsibilities. And important for them to develop focus and discipline, and helping them to not become overwhelmed by too many choices. The number 5 represents a journey of personal growth, freedom, and adaptability. It may be adventurous, diverse, but embracing change and exploring their true passions, they can create a fulfilling and meaningful life for themselves. Very interesting, very interessante. Very accurate, very accurate. I don't know where I started saying that. I don't know how, but yeah, very accurate. I think last week was for me was about trusting the process. Like here I am, even now. Like I told myself I wasn't gonna plan as much, but I'm still like I'm about to plan each and every single day out.
Ah, no,
Like
ma'am.
and like a little budget for myself, just so I can feel like I have a good grasp of like what is it that I want to do, and then leave the rest of the time to like uh other things that I still want to do, not what I should be doing. To your point, before, but like yeah, a lot of trusting the process. It's weird. I still don't even believe that I'm here. Um, my bank account believes it though. Um,
Ah.
uh,
Yeah.
Claiming abundance, baby. I planned for this. I was meant to be here, and I really do believe that all the good trouble I'm about to get into in these 3 weeks of being in the city and then being out in the village is going to do what it needs to do. I'm just going to trust the process. I'd like give up the answer. The journey is healing. The destination is not healing. The journey is healing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like trust the process, trust the healing. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like just sit with that ish. You know what I mean? Like done found already 10 vegan shops that I'm about to be like, oh, y'all about to be my best friends. Like, give me this food. So yeah. And yeah, that's what I learned last week. Trust in the healing, trust the process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Eve. That was a mic drop, girl. Like,
Answer
yes. Okay. All right. Oh, there she back. Hold up. Okay, she back, girl.
We back.
Okay, that was a mic drop moment. Trust the healer, trust the process. Goodbye.
Yep. That is your
Um,
word.
okay. Now, speaking of the process, let's talk about our goals for the week. Well, first of all, did y'all do the things last week?
I
So
didn't do the
Was
thing.
Z Brave or Z Destiny?
No, I
Oh
was
no,
Destiny.
Brave was Eve. So
Mm.
Eve, you were supposed to prep for Ghana. Clearly you did that. Finalize your speaking engagement, instantly connect with your friends, and approve videos.
Did all of that but approve videos. I looked at them though.
Nice.
I looked at all of them. Didn't approve them.
Okay, good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you was at my house, girl. We intentionally connected.
Yes. I did it with all my homies, like,
Yes.
as many homies as I could. And then I did. Yes.
Okay, so Z, you were supposed to do the second draft of an abstract.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Decide your freemium offer. mm, Do your mail. Um, them kids and your nightly self care routine.
Listen, I got 3 out of 5. I got 3 out of 5. You called me. What day was that? Friday.
Yes,
And
Friday.
doing the mail, and I was
Yes.
doing the errands for my trucking company, which was not on the list. So while I did not do my downloadable, uh, I didn't finish that for the company. For my trucking company, I did a lot of things. So I feel accomplished. I did update my abstract. I did do all the things with them kids, and the nightly self-care routine. So, but yeah, when you called me Friday, I could not spell mail because I haven't
Right.
haven't looked at it. So mail, yeah, that did not get done. But the rest of the things I did do with one replacement. So feeling
Mhm,
good about it.
mhm. Yes, yes. I did do my mail. I did step one of the mail, which is open it up and throw stuff away. Now you know step two is actually do what you're supposed to do with what it is. I did step two, okay? One at a
Right.
time. One at a time, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna add that to my to do this week because I was trying to figure out what the heck. I'm put that on there. Step two for the mail. Um Also, we did decide that we're gonna keep our property and we need to basically we just gonna have to fundraise for this joint. Like, I mean, because clearly the thing. So we're still waiting to see about our loan options, but it seems like we're just gonna figure out how to fundraise for this. I did not send any pitches because I did not get the templates because my friend actually had two losses in her family. So that was a lot. And then I did do my self-care. Y'all, I've been on top of this self-care. Y'all see my hair is done again. Okay. It was out, it was fluffy, and now it is done again. Like I did it last night while I watched a little show. I moisturized it. I was gonna moisturize my daughter's hair. I said no, I'm moisturizing my hair. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do with my hair. Okay. I'll do y'all later. So yes, I have been killing it on my self-care regimen, even to the point my honey, my husband was like, "Girl, you looking fine." I'm like, "I know, child. Thank you." Yes. So that is also going to be part of my goals this week as well. So we on it. And mine was intuition. I feel like I was heavily into intuition last week. I felt like I was doing a lot of learning about intuition last week so I could re-tap into it. And one of the things, this is another thing I learned last week, was especially like from a feminine perspective, your intuition is tied to your body. So the way you know whether or not it's intuition or thinking is if you actually feel it in your body, as opposed to hear verbal talking in your brain. Like, all right. So I've been trying to get into my body more, which means I've been playing a lot of music and a lot of drums, African drums, like that type of stuff. So yes. Okay. So this week, ladies, what is we gonna do? I see my Avery boo is over there. Hey, girl. Y'all, your hair look cute, girl. Ain't it cute? I see you, girl.
Now, do you see the way she turned around? She literally went.
Yes. Oh, look. I didn't even see the little blue. I didn't see the little blue streak. Okay.
Lord, use your mama twin child. Jesus,
You know, she a
Lord.
part of the Ivy League. So we love Avery because Avery is Z's heart outside of her body, and she gonna make her feel the feels. And we're about that life, actually. So hi.
Some of us are getting there.
You will not say. Yes. So I only have 2 things on my to-do list thus far. Eve, do you have your goals written? Because you seem like you was writing lists over there.
You on
So
mute,
what you're
boo.
doing this week. Oh, wait, you're on mute, boo. You're on mute. You're still on mute. Did I? No, unmute. Okay, I just
Can
took you
you
off.
know?
Yeah.
Okay. No, hallelujah. Not
Yeah.
today saying. For me, I'm have a dope speaking engagement on Wednesday at 6 p.m. your time, 12 noon. Well, 6 p.m. my time, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, I have a dope speaking engagement, which I feel very ready for. I'm gonna crush it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do. My therapist is like, I'm holding you accountable because she was just like, when you're doing exposure therapy for a certain traumatic event, you numbered it at like 7. And you for sure want to tell me that you approving your videos or doing the things that you need to do for that TV show proposal is it 8? I think not. You strong. Do it. I was like, okay,
Good.
she was like, she was like, you better message me every other day to let me know that you have done your videos and worked on that TV show proposal. So
Oh, come on, yes.
yo, I love me some Jody, y'all.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
Hungarian therapist. Okay. Jody, come on.
Hungarian therapist.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a topic for a whole nother day. But
Mm-hmm.
TV show proposal and videos to be done. I'm literally gonna even write my list on a piece of paper and stick it to the wall because that's what I'm gonna be doing. And then and my last one, which is my self-care one, was just like love on myself as I begin the intense detox this week because it's gonna start this week. It's gonna be a huge drains on the energy.
Uh-huh.
Um
Yes. Yes. I'm writing here.
have an amazing speaking engagement, TV show proposal, um EOS videos, and love self.
I need to.
Detox.
I am wondering. So, and this is like, I don't know if this is my perfectionism or what, but so I actually have someone who is more experienced than me in speaking, right? And pitching, who is supposed to be giving me basically templates of how to pitch, right, to conferences and stuff like that in order to get speaking engagement. Now, she was supposed to send it to me 2 weeks ago, but she had 2 people in her family that passed away. So she's still, going through that situation. But I was planning to send my pitches in December in preparation for the new year. So I'm trying to determine if I should just move it forward without the actual proven templates or wait.
Send it. You ready?
Oh,
Agreed.
okay.
Send the chat. Send the chat. Send it. Send it. 'Cause at the end of the day, they're gonna get a message from you today, and with your new and improved templates next year. It don't matter.
Right.
It's not like you're gonna
Yeah,
message them
right.
one time, darling. Like,
Okay.
yes, baby. Yes. Come
Yes,
on now.
that's true. That's true. Yes.
Um,
Okay. So my to-dos, my goals for the week, actually. The first thing I put up there was my self-care. And that is going to be emptying my brain at night and going to sleep. Like that, I need to get back into that. I am going to get back into that. Because I didn't go to sleep last night because I was planning for today, but getting up this early today and getting the things done and being in this energy is self-care for me. Like I have to be in this energy in order to perform. And that means tonight I don't have to go to sleep because I can't do this, but maybe 1 or 2 nights. I can't be on 5 hours of sleep. That ain't gonna work. So yes, the other thing is step 2 for the mail. Okay. Like what am I supposed to do and doing the things like for my mail. And I'm actually gonna say and Johanna, because I almost forgot about my Johanna stuff, child, because they might have to do
mhm.
they might have to, I'm at the delegate to Johanna.
All right.
And then real estate next steps. I don't even know what the steps are, but I gotta figure out the next steps. So it's really like planning out like what are we gonna do next with regard to our property. And then the last thing is sending these pitches for speaking engagements next year. If y'all are watching this and you know of any Black travel or just travel in general conferences, drop them in the comments so I can pitch to come on there and speak and share my expertise and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, so that's my stuff for the week. Z.
So, I am putting number 1 is continuing all of my speaking homework this week that consists of 2 main things. One, setting up my CRM system. And then second, actually reaching out to 5 contacts. So the goal, Inez, if you're interested, I could send you like
Oh
my
my God.
abstract, which is what I'm using kind of as a structure to pitch.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And in fact, I forgot about you being in a whole speaking such and such. I need to be figuring out what you're doing. I need to be doing the same homework.
Absolutely.
Like, like, is
Yeah.
it okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, I'll give you my login. You can go watch it, and
Yeah.
I can give you the cliff notes too.
Okay.
So yeah, so speaking homework, those two tasks is number 1. Number 2, we've decided, and I don't know if I shared this with you or even here, that we are going to open our truck driving school next year.
Oh yeah, you did. You tell me that in passing. Mm-hmm.
So I need to research and see what the next steps are. I've seen what the requirements are, which we meet 4 of the 5. The 5th is just about outfitting the truck with the right instructor gears. But like, is it I know I need to find a location, but what's the administrative stuff that I need to do? Is there somewhere I got to who do I register with?
Right.
Do I need to change the business name? Do I need a separate EIN, or I could just do it as a DBA? I don't know. So that I want to figure out what the next steps are for the trucking school. Okay. And take one step. Usually on the administrative side. So that's number 2. Mm-hmm. Number 3, I need to secure my next Life Unlearned guests. Those have actually been going really, really well. If you're listening, you can check me out on YouTube, or if you want to get the full video, you can subscribe to my Patreon, Zenitra D. But those have been really good conversations. The last one was on parenting, and it was just really good. So I need to figure out who my next guest is and get that scheduled and marketed. Number 4, so I have therapy tomorrow. So initially what I had was make space for whatever the hell comes from that. But I'm going to take it one step further, and this is inclusive of therapy, but just in my life in general. I need to ask for help. So number 1, like, just task oriented, like somebody got to come help me fold all these damn clothes. It's driving me crazy to see them. But I also have no motivation to do it on my own. So definitely going to ask for help and assistance with that. And that may be what the mail piece looks like too. Ask for help, because I had already done step 1 for the mail. The mail that I have left is mail that I have to do something with. And some of it is filing, some of it is, payments, and it's for the business, for personal. So ask for help is my number 4. And number 5 is continuing my self-care routine with this little lady. Who is she asleep? Oh no, you're not asleep. Doing our nightly self-care routine, because that's been awesome, right? Yes. Those are my 5.
Love that so much, Z. I love it.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna do our word for the week, which is a word that's going to help you do these things. A word that you're gonna stand on, lean into. This week, is this considered the first week of December? I guess so. I don't know if it's the first or the second. First week.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, first week.
Last week, our words were intuition, brave, and destiny. Did you lean into destiny last week, Z?
Did I? I think last week I did. I don't feel it today.
Not today, boo. Not today. Okay.
Last week, yeah. I think it's what was pushing me to, to step into those challenges. I'm trying to figure out what's the appropriate word this week. For me, what I know happened last week, Inez, I was telling you about this, but like, my anxiety was keeping me from doing things until like the last minute, and then the panic monster came, and the panic monster is the thing that got me to do it, and I don't want to be in that space. I'm trying to do things earlier, like, because there's usually enough time to get things done. So I don't know what the opposite of destiny is that relates to like challenges. I mean, like, I know imagination came up just based off of what you were sharing, but I don't have the word yet that will push me to get these things done.
I just looked up the opposite of panic, and it's relax.
That's what it is. That's very
fitting in that. That's what you could tell your pessimistic self. Relax.
Relax.
Yes.
That's what I can tell my pessimistic self. That's what I need
Yes.
to tell my nervous system. That's what I
Mhm.
need to tell my
Mhm.
brain. Oh, the other thing that stood out about people with the 11, I was telling one of my friends, well, she was reading it and she was like, oh girl, that's you. It said that because we have these big plans, big dreams, and a big path to fulfill, that sometimes we will present a skyscraper when a 2-story house was all that was necessary.
Oh, honey, that's definitely.
I'm like, I always live in a skyscraper. What do you
Baby.
mean? And so to me, that is to get from a skyscraper to a 2-story relax.
Honey.
Bring it down.
Honey.
All of that extra ain't gonna get you extra.
Girl.
Bring it down. So relax. It feels very fitting.
Girl.
I need to relax. I really
Yes. Relax.
that's my word.
I love that word for you this week. Like, I really do. I really do.
Feel free to just text me relax randomly. Like,
Right, yes. Okay.
no
I
context.
might do that.
If it jumps in your spirit, just say relax. And I will
Yes.
receive it.
Yes. I feel like that's gonna be the name of this accountability call is relax.
Relax. We are
Yes.
clearly the trio of doing it the most.
Right, yes.
Doing the most.
Yes, honey. Eve over there is supposed to be going with the flow and then wrote a whole detailed agenda for her. Relax, girl. No.
Relax.
What is your word for the week, Eve?
Da, 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 da. I can't tell. The word that keeps popping up is focus.
Mm.
And I'm not too mad at it. I wanted to resist it because I'm like, nah, nah, nah. I'm flowing. I'm healing. I'm like, but healing is a focus though.
It
And I
is.
feel like it is it's a focus. It's an intentionality. It's a conviction. It's a decision. It's a choice. It's a way of living, and it takes focus. So I'm gonna give myself focus for this week. Um, yeah, focus on relaxing, focusing on getting these videos done, focusing on this TV show proposal. Focus.
Mm.
Um, focus on these meals that will nourish my body. Focus on taking these on this medicine at the right time. Like focus. I
Mm.
like it. Yeah, focus.
Yes. I have a lot of words running through my mind right now. But I feel like what's resonating with me is as he said, this is the skyscraper with the two-story house. But because what I'm thinking about is I've been hearing this over and over. I've been in personal development, thinking about personal development for years. I think I started in like 2011, right? And of course I have big lofty goals because I am indeed an 11. But what I'm realizing is it's more important for me to focus on the steps, like actually taking the step, than it is to focus on the result that I want. Right? For instance, I am trying to be fit and snatched, okay? Like, however, I've been trying to be fit and snatched forever, and one of my biggest struggles is it wasn't until I was past 35 that I even needed to focus on this, because I was just always slim, right? So in my mind, I'm just like there's an image of what I want, and so in my brain, because I haven't been able to achieve it, and there's all of these things in my mind about like, well, why I can't do it, it's not working, blah blah. But realistically, what I've been doing for the last week is just doing 3 reps of 2 exercises in the morning. It takes me 11 minutes. And not focusing at all on how long this is going to take in 3 months. I'm going to just being like, okay, get up, put your clothes on, do 3 reps of 2 exercises, and that's it. Like, you check the box, you're accomplished, you're good. Like, okay. So I'm thinking about like what the word is to remind me to be in the space. Oh, it might be reps, right? Of like just doing the reps of the steps, the small steps, just to focus in on the small steps, because I do want to focus on the skyscraper a lot. Like, and whether or not the skyscraper gonna come and how it looked like the foundation is faulty, it might be cracking and falling. And I'm like, if I could just focus on like the brick that I'm laying today, I might be able to relax. Okay. I might be able to relax. So I feel like it might be reps, because that's the only thing I can think of that is small and just a micro thing, to remind me to scale back in my brain down to the thing that I can control, because I can control the reps. I can control those.
I love that, because you were talking about speaking and you were asking whether or not you should perfect your pitch. No, you focus on the reps, get it out, right? And that's what they talk about in our speaking program too. It's like, you got to get your reps in, and the more reps in, then you'll get better. You'll be able to tweak it. But if you don't get the rep in, then you'll stay kind of in analysis paralysis or perfectionism or whatever the thing is. But the reps, and this kind of goes back to when we were talking about choices versus decisions. The reps is an experience that you can then make a decision from. But right now, you just need to choose to do something. You need to choose to put the brick down. That's just a choice, all right? You don't know if the brick should be right, left, up, down, but put it down. You put enough bricks down, and she'll be like, oh, wait, I know that I need to change this or whatever. You don't have enough experience at this moment to really be critiquing. So just get your reps in. So
that is true. That is true. Yes. Okay, so we have reps and focus and relax. Okay. That is what we're doing this week, ladies. If you're joining us, that's what you're doing as well. Okay. Like, if you have another word for your week, drop it down below in the comments. Drop your goals down too, to hold yourself accountable, so you can come back and look at them next Monday to see if you had did the things. But we focus on progress, not perfection. So yes and yes. Anything else y'all want to share before we go this morning? No, it's a no. Okay. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.